Hey everybody, my name is Dominic. I'm one of the team captains for the Keys here at Evangel, and today I'm going to be covering the expectations/goals of a Keys player here at Evangel. And so jumping into it, I would say the goal of a Keys player is to really be a supporting sound and a filling sound to the areas of the band that needs it. And so what I mean by that is from a sound engineer standpoint, they're going to say with keys, they're going to try to mix in with the lower to the mid range of the sound. So if you're thinking about the sounds, sound engineers will usually talk about frequencies, and high frequencies are going to be the higher end. So we're talking about maybe vocalists, we're talking about lead electric guitar players. They're going to hold more of the high end area of the sound with the band. The bass is obviously going to be the low end. And then the keys is where we're really going to be focusing on the low and mid-range sound. And so maybe in this video I can show you guys what we're expecting and kind of the goal of keys players. So like I said, we're trying to fill in the mid range. And so if you're looking at a keys, if you're looking at a keyboard and looking at the piano, towards the right side of the piano we have our high notes, and that is going to be your high end. In the middle of the keyboard here, we're going to have our mid-range notes. That is the mid-range. And over here to the left we have our bass notes, our low-end notes. And so basically playing on a Sunday, my goal would be to mainly fill this portion of the keyboard. It might really sound nice on some situations to maybe add in this type of a thing on the high end of the keyboard. But as you can see and hear, it's very soft. I'm not going to play this super loud. It just sounds shrill, and it sounds high-pitched. And the problem that comes with this, if I were to play a whole song in this end of the keyboard, is that I'm going to be competing with the vocalist. And so that is something we want to stay away from. We don't want to be battling the other team members on our team. We want to be complementing them. And so keeping it maybe in this region would probably be way better off than if I were to play on the high end. Another benefit of playing on this side of the keyboard or in this range of the keyboard is that it is naturally more filling. And if you can hear, there's a note on the low end to mid end. Here's the high range. As you can hear, it's just not as full. The sound seems a little more empty, as if I were to play on this end. And really that's the goal of a keys player, is we want to fill the sound and be more targeted in the mid and low end of the keyboard. Next I'm going to talk about situational playing. And so what I'm talking about is playing under the hosts during a service, or playing at the end during the response time of the service. And really at the end of the day, if you have any questions on how to play, really just maybe keep in mind to keep it simple. And so maybe not trying to be too... That's like way too complicated, way too muddy, and people can get really distracted. And so say it's the end of a service and Pastor Josh or one of the pastors is coming up to give a response time. During that time, as a keys player, we really don't want to be distracting, but at the same time, we want to be able to usher in the Holy Spirit and let Him really do the work that we can't do. And so basically, one of the best progressions that I usually play, and really you can play anything you want, just as long as it's falling within the expectations. The goal of our keys expectations here at Evangel is to really be complementary and not distracting. And so this is kind of what I'll play during that time, during the response time, is the 6 and the 5 down to the 4. And I'll hold it for a little bit. Then maybe I'll go back to the 6, to the 5, to the 4. And really this is it's kind of a work of art because you don't want to be very complicated. And at the same time, you don't want to be boring where it's just... You can add a little bit of... Be passionate about what you're playing and get into it a little bit, you know? Just don't be in the way of what the speaker is trying to say and what he's trying to convey. Really, if you guys can find that sweet spot and really work at your craft and trying to figure out what sounds complementary and not complicated or distracting, and what can fill during this time, whether it's playing under the host at the beginning of the service or playing at the end of the response time. Really, I think that it'll elevate us as keys players together. And one of the core values at Evangel is bringing our best, and so we want to bring our best and we want to do things with excellence. And so I would just really challenge you guys that if you're playing, whether it's here at Evangel or anywhere else, to really hone in on your craft and listen and feel it out and keep playing and practice, because at the end of the day we're doing this upon the Lord and we want to bring our best. And so really looking forward to see where you guys go with this and see how you guys grow as keys players. And I just want to say thank you for watching and have a great day.